Let's start with Bitwig. Modern music production and performance. I've heard really good things about it, so let's... Listen, here's the thing, okay? If you are trying to launch a DAW, okay, and you're trying to compete with Ableton, and this is your demo song, you ain't gonna win shit. No producer that's getting into it is going to go listen to this song and be like, I want to use this DAW. This looks fucking awesome, though. Like, look at this. This is sweet. Sampler resampled. Okay, let me get a walkthrough. Best DAW? It's only 7 minutes. Alright, let's hear it.
Welcome. Today we're going to talk about my 5 reasons to use Bitwig Studio. Let's go.
Nice place.
Okay, so
All right.
these are my 5 reasons why I choose to work in Bitwig Studio over other DAWs.
I'm into it.
A DAW is basically just a tool, and as any tool, it's never going to get any better than the user who works with it. But
Good point.
yeah, they all work kind of the same. They have almost the same tool sets, but they work slightly different. Number 1 point for Bitwig Studio is working with audio and working with samples.
Okay.
So let's look at this project here. We can quickly drag samples from this.
Okay. Immediately, it looks like Ableton. Yeah, I should actually turn off my chips here. It kind of looks like Ableton, though, doesn't it? But this is pretty intuitive already. Like, we obviously have samples. I could get this. You could probably get this going pretty quick, right? You know, we got some stuff going on here.
This browser panel, and just get.
I'll turn on push to talk because
some beats going on.
I chose the loudest snack possible.
Just duplicate this part. And you can add fades to all these samples very quickly. Just hold your mouse above the clip, and then you can drag the fade out here.
Pro Tools, you can do that too.
Hold Shift to make a finer adjustment, a more refined adjustment here. In other DAWs like Logic or FL Studio, you have to jump between different tools to make these kind
How
of adjustments.
dare you talk about FL Studio that way? That's actually not true.
You can hold Shift to make a finer adjustment, a more refined adjustment here. In other DAWs like Logic or FL Studio, you have to jump between different tools to make these kind of adjustments.
No, he's right, you do.
So that's a very nice addition, which makes your workflow with samples and audio a lot quicker. Another feature here that's very good. Maybe we want to reverse some of these. We just hold Alt to copy this clip, and we press this reverse button. And we instantly have a reversed sample. And as you can see, we also have our old sample preserved without the reverse functionality. And if we were to do this in, say, Logic or FL Studio, it would reverse.
Dude, this fucking guy, man.
In our project, but we only want this new clip to be reversed. Another great feature of Bitwig Studio.
It's like he made this video just to spite me and my love for FL.
And now we can audio slide and choose maybe we want.
I have to change the hotkey because it's skipping the YouTube video forward. All right, let's try this one.
To make that fade tighter towards this other bucket.
So far, this actually looks really cool. Like, all jokes aside.
Okay, number 2.
But he didn't make any points that you can't do with those other DAWs. That's the only thing that I will say. That was pretty good. Like, he's not wrong. They did a good job. But that's not unique, obviously, to Bitwig. And I would also argue that... So, let's dive into this. We're going to just destroy this poor guy for some... he doesn't deserve this, but... Okay. The fade at the end of these samples, he's right. It's awesome that you can just adjust here and there. But why can't I adjust the curve on it as well? Right? Think about that. But no, he actually made great points. I like all of these things. This looks great. All jokes aside, look, it actually looks pretty good.
Okay, number 2, automation. In Bitwig you have automation connected to the tracks, like this. We can expand.
Sick track measure. It's just a demo thing for him. The things my brothers like is the randomizing velocity on MIDI. 3-screen monitor support. Okay. Look, obviously this guy's not doing a serious track here. It's just a demo thing. Okay, automation's important though. Let's listen.
The automation for every track, and we can hide it away. So it's very easy to view them all if you want. Or
to be fair, we'll watch all of the videos and we'll rate them, because FL's demo tracks are probably such a meme too.
Hide them all.
But it's not like pots and pans in the kitchen or whatever. It's like they're all bad. Like we know that none of these demo tracks are good for any DAW.
If you want. So we can just press the panning here and do a little automation curve. And if you hold Alt, you can make...
See, that's good.
Change how
tension
the ramp is for the curve. I think it's a really great implementation of automation in Bitwig, as you can view them when you want them. You know where they are because they're connected to the tracks, and it's very easy to add automation to certain parameters. So just click a parameter and expand the view for our automation, and the parameter that we want to automate will appear in...
Ooh, that's really cool. You just made a good point. It auto aggregates for automation. So if you just click the parameter, it auto pulls it out. That's pretty cool.
So no more looking and searching for specific parameters to automate, because they are instantly accessible.
Wait, what is an FL? The automation parameter thing? Or the tension?
Okay, so number 3, modulation. Modulation is the biggest perk and...
Oh, yeah. And you can't do this in FL, yeah.
feature of Bitwig Studio. So for this one we will add a modulator to the amplitude, which will make this wobble up and down in amplitude, like this. And we will make it sync to tempo. let's add a little bit of modulation to this synth sound. So let's attach that randomize to some of these parameters.
See, the beat's already filling out.
So these modulators are very powerful, and it's easy to just add them in and modulate anything of these parameters in the devices.
Yeah. You just add a controller to the... I'll show you right now. So for example, if you're on this audio thing, right, you would just add a peak controller to this, or the ADSR. Yeah, you just do this. This shit. And then you can sync it and stuff. So, for example, I need a better demo track, but let's just put it on the piano volume for some reason, because that makes sense. I lost it, but anyways, yes, you can do it. Your age is showing. Oh. You can also make an automation and enable the LFO, but I don't think you can sync it. You cannot sync an automation, but you can sync the LFO. I would say that Bitwig does it better, though. I mean, he just whipped that thing on in 2 seconds. Look at all these parameters just have it built in. That's fucking sick. We're gonna look at them all auto, don't worry. So I think one thing that Bitwig does better is these modulation things. This is fucking awesome. So I'm gonna put that in the plus column. It's inconvenient and less direct. This is visual. This looks like a serum. It looks like a serum knob. I would say auto, though, a downside to this is it does look like every other DAW. And this is a little clunky, you know, smoothness. Let's just do a rating. So we'll do like appearance. Push to talk is so annoying. Okay, so functionality is going to be basically how powerful is it. Appearance is obvious. Functionality, efficiency would be how easy is it to do certain tasks, like how many clicks does it take to do certain tasks. Value is obviously price. Popularity, because for like collabs and shit. And there was one thing I just thought of, which was oh, it slipped my mind. Workflow. Is it flexible? Is it rigid? That kind of thing. Stock plugins, that could be under functionality maybe. Functionality slash, or do we just do plugins? Let's just add a whole category. It'll average out. Obviously we'll do this out of 6. Total equals the sum. All of these divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Equals sum. So if we do 5. Okay, good. Okay, so Bitwig appearance, I'm actually going to hit it pretty hard. Should we do it at 10 and make it a real rating? I mean, this could actually be really useful for people, so maybe we make it a real rating. Let's go appearance on Bitwig. I mean, if it's at a 10, I'm giving it a 7. Functionality, it looks really high. Efficiency, it looks pretty high too. Value, what does it even cost? Oh, it's fucking cheap. It's $400. So popularity is like a 1. Workflow is like, I don't know, probably around Ableton's. And then plugins, we have no idea. Is it too high? Is a 7 a too high for appearance? Let's just keep listening.
Which make it a very modular and sweet way of working.
What are we looking at right now? Is he just jamming?
Number 4, grouping. It's very easy to group tracks within Bitwig Studio. Just select a few of these tracks, because these are...
Did you just fucking knock FL again?
It's very easy to group tracks within Bitwig Studio. Just
No.
Select a few of these tracks, because these are percussive tracks. We want to group them. Press Command G, and boom, we have them in the group.
Yeah.
So these folders make it very easy to arrange.
That's
your
just
project
Ableton now,
and
too.
Make it good on the eyes. Number 5, a cross-platform. No other DAW offer the same compatibility as Bitwig, because we have Mac support, we have PC support, and we have Linux support. And we can also use
Which no one uses.
32-bit plugins and 64-bit plugins at the same time.
Yeah,
and
but
that's
everyone
really
can
great
do
if
that.
you want to use those old 32-bit plugins. And you also have extended MIDI support and MPE support in Bitwig. So if we add a track of a Serum
Okay.
or any other synthesizer, we can just select the Serum device here, and we can see use MPE. So now we can activate extend the MIDI capabilities, so you can have pitch slides for separate notes.
You use Linux? No way. That's awesome.
You can use it with Rolly keyboard and the Continuum. You can use it with Linstrument, and yeah. So that's very good if you want to explore.
I'm actually going to put it pretty high on value because it seems really powerful.
Or the MPE world of instruments. Yeah, so that's some of the reasons why I choose to work with the...
Let's see this.
To the mix view, we can see the freestyle clip launcher, where things can be triggered in and out of time, or just used as containers, etc. Now, what becomes powerful here is that I can have the two of these existing side by side. Because for the launcher, it's only one use of it for a performance type environment. I could also think about sectionally composing, working on an intro or...
It is literally Ableton on steroids. That's what it looks like to me. Maybe not on steroids, but it looks like the nerdy dungeon version of Ableton. So I'm gonna go popularity still low though. Workflow looks decent, like I don't know, 7. Appearance speed, nobody likes it, so let's do 5.5. Functionality, so how powerful is it? It looks pretty functional. Plugins, we still have no idea.
Verse or a chorus or just getting ideas.
I don't want to like beat this horse to death, but
what's up, guys? In this video, this producer is going to be making a beat from scratch using only stock Bitwig sounds.
okay, that's what I want to hear.
Plus thing, and then boom, all these presets start appearing the second you hit this button, and multi-samples, and just all kinds of things. And there's like samples
This looks
it
cool.
comes with, and crazy stuff. And I'm not going to use anything drum sound.
So we got a sampler. The MIDI looks a little clunky. Okay, all right. I don't know. Is that guy eating chat? Nerdy Dungeon versus person checks out. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so we're just gonna call these plugins an unknown. We'll just give it a 5. I think we should be pretty hard on these DAWs, really. It looks pretty efficient. I don't know. It's fine. Okay, Personas. Studio One 5. That's confusing.
Dear all, welcome to this video dedicated to
I will.
Studio One 5, one of the best DAW products to realize professional tracks and compositions.
You know what? We have to do this the first way every time. We have to listen to their demo tracks. That's what matters. Okay, what's new? Workflow, mixing. Their website's way better right away. You can tell that they're... I already know that this is actually a really good, where the fuck are their demo songs? I don't know.
Hi guys, this is Gregor from Personas, and I'm very excited to give you an overview of Studio One's workflow essentials today. I've received a couple of drum stems for mixing, and I'm gonna use our core philosophy, drag and drop, to get the job done in no time.
I'm turning the Asmongold of the Twitch music. Is that bad? Very strong accent. Can we talk about how dope his studio is, though? I mean, this is nice. This is really nice.
Let's take a look. First, let's open up the browser and head to the effects chains, which are nested in the effects section. Effects chains are basically
Okay, I'm in the wrong area. I just want to hear the demo track. Come on. Did I go to what's new? Yeah, that's probably why I friggin' went to the wrong place. Oh my god.
Now that I'm
So Studio One is the strip club of DAWs. It's way better, the demo song. So we're actually going to put a meme rating in. The meme rating on Bitwig is actually kind of high. It's like a 3. Studio One immediately has less of a meme rating. Traditional music notation's cool. I've actually downloaded this and dinked around with it, and it's actually pretty good. Workflow Essentials. Give me the goods. A lot of audio going on.
So much better. Let me do the same thing with the snare to give it more presence, ambience, and stereo width.
Seinfeld.
Very nice. There are
Looks
so
like
many
Logic.
other things that can be done with drag and drop in Studio One. For instance, I could move some or all of my effects to the send section, and Studio One will automatically create a return channel for me. In many other DAWs, you'd first have to create that return channel. This is such a great time saver.
These guys are fucking smacking all the other DAWs.
I could also copy all of my effects to as many channels as I want in one single drag and drop.
Whoa!
If I want to
What was that?
as I want in one single drag and drop.
That's fucking good. Okay, that is a fucking big one.
If I want to copy my channel settings, including each and every setting, like volume, panning, channel controls, as well as the used instrument and or effect presets,
That's big.
that is also possible now in Studio One 5. Just
Okay.
right-click your source channel, select copy, then switch to your other song, right-click and paste. It's just as easy as you would expect it to be. Next, let's look at editing in Studio One.
It's pretty good.
I'm going to activate the Smart tool by clicking on the link button on the left.
That is actually better than FL's. FL you can only save one. And you can copy one at a time, like you can't do multiple. There's a reason why, but that's pretty good.
On my toolbar. Now my arrow tool will turn into the range tool in the upper track area.
I'm
After I've
impressed.
created my range, I move my cursor down to the lower track half. Notice how the range tool crosshair is turning back into the standard arrow tool now. And from here, I can split, move, or duplicate my event to my new track instantly. Again, all with just one single drag and drop
Child's
motion. I can
play.
even slip the content of my event by holding down Ctrl and Alt on a PC, or Command and Option on a Mac, or adjust multiple automation ranges at the same time. Another
That's
really
fucking
powerful
sick. You guys see that? Multiple automation? That's what FL's missing right there.
workflow feature that was added in version 5 is the option to have no overlaps when editing events, which is nested in the track options for easy access. When this option is active, moving or dragging events on top of each other will always delete the existing content underneath. This can be super handy at times and was much requested by a lot of users. A true hidden gem in Studio One is the transform tool. It's quite mind-blowing what it can do, honestly. For example, let's look at this automation here on the hi-hats. It's supposed to add a bit of movement by continuously panning them left and right, but the effect is a bit too extreme for my taste. All I need to do to fix that is select the paint tool in my toolbar, then click on it again and choose transform. Now I can simply draw the automation range that I want to transform and compress that down a bit by dragging on the transform handles.
Okay.
I can even invert, stretch, or ramp the automation.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie. The first part, I was like, okay, we can do this. But then they did that shit. That's pretty good.
Studio One 5
But obviously FL has that.
adds
Not the second part, but the first part.
another brand new, incredibly powerful editing tool to our arsenal, clip gain envelopes. Let me show you these in action. I have a vocal here that's a bit too dynamic for my taste, meaning that there are really big differences in terms of volume. Also, I'd like to fix this pesky little click that you could see in the waveform. This is what it sounds like.
Baby, won't you let me?
Fixing these issues accurately used to be quite a hassle, but it's super easy and convenient
What?
now in version 5. Right-click on the event and tick the gain envelope box to make it visible. Then all you do is add clip gain notes where needed and adjust the gain by pulling them up or down with your mouse. As you can see, all edits are instantly reflected on the audio waveform, so I know exactly what I'm doing. And
How did
that's
they not have this before, though? That's what's interesting to me.
all there is to it. Isn't it incredible how quickly we fixed this issue?
Whoa, that's
Once
cool.
you start editing with clip gain envelopes, you won't look back.
Baby, won't you let me?
Visual response is actually really cool. Although when you hear this, it's so obvious that they just boosted this audio so that it would properly... Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Studio
that's,
One's incredibly fast, effective, and intuitive workflow has always been a defining
These are
element
really
of
cool.
this DAW, and that is even more so with Studio One 5. Visit studio1.presonus.com.
Okay,
for
I'm
more
impressed.
information.
That was some powerful shit. Mixing, I mean... Just move the faders.
Now let me show you how easy it is to organize and route your tracks. Let's start with the drums. I select all my drum tracks and choose Pack Folder. Now, all the drum tracks are grouped together in a folder we can name Drums. Let's make them all blue. Next, we need a bus for our drums, which is as easy as clicking right here.
Oh, it doesn't bust them. That's actually cool.
Boom! We've created a bus that is linked to this folder, and we can adjust the volume fader for this bus right here on the folder track. In just a couple clicks, we've color-coded and routed all our drum tracks.
Just like Pro
Whoops, it looks
Tools.
like I forgot to include one of the drum tracks. Let me drag that into the folder. Studio One automatically changes the color of the track and routes it to the drum bus.
Good shit.
I can do the same thing for all the tracks in my session. Isn't that pretty? We can even collapse or expand these folders as needed. Okay, now that our tracks are organized, we can easily make them do exactly what we want them to do without a lot of unnecessary steps. For example, by
Have you guys heard or noticed that there's not a single bit of MIDI in this whole fucking 10 minutes of videos so far?
selecting a track or a group of tracks, I can easily solo, mute, and record enable them by pressing S, M, and R on my keyboard. Want to solo the drums? Select the drum bus and press S. I didn't have to create a group or click the solo button on each individual drum track. I just soloed my drum bus.
That's actually... That could fuck you over. I hope there's a way that you can turn that off.
can even adjust the volumes of several channels at a time simply by selecting them and moving the fader. But what if our drum tracks are too hot or too quiet? Let's select them all and turn down this trim knob at the top of the track. I like to have a separate bus for my kicks, snares, and toms. It's as easy as selecting them, right-clicking, and choose Add Bus for selected channels.
Uh-huh.
Now, let's get a good drum mix.
Nested buses is cool. I mean, I do that. They're analog purists. They're like, you're using MIDI? we can't even do that in our DAW. Why the fuck would we put MIDI in it? It's like, you must be poor. Because you can't afford analog gear. Can we just talk about... Studio One looks amazing.
Mix Effects gives me the ability to apply different analog console characteristics across all the buses in my mix, not just the mix bus. We include our console shaper plugin with Studio One Professional, but there are more Mix Effects options in the Presonus shop. Let's hear how console shaper affects the sound of our drum mix.
I don't know, we're gonna check that very soon. This is a very boring drum line. Oh, they have a version of the, okay. I mean, no one cares about that.
Channel in Studio One. So stinking cool. Pressed.
What?
Then I can easily do any fancy routing to pull this off. I just use the splitter tool. With just a few clicks, I can split my signal into two signals. compressing one and
Parallel.
leaving the other uncompressed. Then I can easily blend between the two. All of this is happening on a single channel in Studio One. So stinking cool.
Visual parallel compression. That's pretty stinking cool. Can we just talk about how bad these fucking demo songs are, though? This is a drum beat at like 6 BPM. Like, move on with it, buddy.
Now I'd like a little reverb on my snare drum and also my tom tracks. All I need to do is select these tracks and drag my favorite reverb plugin onto the send section. Studio One immediately creates the sends as well as an effects channel return for the reverb.
Okay.
And I can easily add this reverb send to any other channel.
To me, they're going after Pro
Or to my
Tools.
entire drum bus. Here's a brand new feature inside of Studio One that's amazing.
Oh,
Clip
boy.
gain envelopes. In the past, if I want...
Alright, we get it. I struggle with his thing, but that actually looked really good. This guy. For real.
Introduced in Studio One 5.0.
Yeah, this is better.
There are major improvements to how it handles switching articulations
Did
for
not
virtual
ag-
instruments, or as they're called in Studio One, sound variations.
Okay.
Firstly, a new lane has been added to the musical editor to view and edit variations, which replaces the key switches lane
This
introduced
guy
in Studio One 5.0. You can use the paint tool to enter variations directly,
This is sick.
or apply them to selected notes.
Of course it's a trumpet or whatever, a string hit.
Studio One automatically shows the variation names from third-party instruments that present this information. This is a bass from UJam that presents its key switches to Studio One.
Decent bass plugin, actually.
And Vienna Symphonic Library's Synchron player automatically populates its sequences of key switches and controller data.
Oh, they have... Okay,
A
that's
massively
cool.
time-saving feature, leaving you free in a single
Now,
sequence.
let's keep going here.
Can be grouped into folders and reordered by dragging an instrument. The map automatically populates with one simple drag and drop.
Okay. That makes sense.
You may prefer to have an articulation per track,
Oof.
useful when needing to set
Okay, what do you guys think of how it looks? What do you guys think about the visual? Dr. Egan Spengler from Ghostbusters. A bit confusing, but overall not 3 out of 10.
negative offset for a given patch. A feature
Way
again
better than
in version
Bitwig,
5.
right?
You can elect to show or hide
I could
tracks via search text, for
definitely...
example, or
This isn't that bad.
show tracks with events under the cursor,
Don't like it?
with many other choices and custom filters available.
Here's what I think. It's a little sharp-edged. Right? Like, these things are pretty cluttered. It gets a little cluttery. Right? So, see this meter here? Why do you have all the -12, -6? You don't need that. Why not, when you're moving the bar, you actually see what it's at? Right? Like, there's just extra clutter on this UI that I think is a little unnecessary. But it's not that bad, guys. I don't think it looks that bad.
The view state of tracks can also be linked to its channel to the ARC MIDI
Can we
controllers,
hear
such as
some-
the Rowley C-board and blocks, and Roger Lynn's instrument. It is also supported for context and general orientation when you're composing. You can save and recall mapped pitches. And a score editor, where you can view, edit, or
That's
compose
cool.
in standard notators.
It
And when you want
seems...
to, say, share a rough preview, you can export the video
There's a
containing a
squirrel.
mixdown of your new
Oh my
soundtrack.
god.
Extract the original audio into its own channel to which you can more easily sync musical hits. And when you want to, say, share a rough preview, you can export the video containing a mixdown.
This is what I think, you guys. Yeah, the finding the bus and stuff is a bit... It's a lot like Logic, but it's got some really good stuff.
Of your new
From the two we've watched, Studio One destroys Bitwig, in my opinion.
soundtrack. Firstly, scratch pads. This is a special area that you can sketch in or drag events or whole songs.
Even though this is a little...
for noodling about and experimenting.
I mean, this is looking really good.
You can use the arranger track for live arranging.
Okay, I'm gonna look something
This
up.
allows you to...
I know I'm skipping a lot, and it's not that fair, but... Oh, here we go. Producing without limits. Maybe this is...
For me, but the days we had to think in 2 tracks, one for sequencing and one for recording, are finally over. Let's take a look. We've made this possible by introducing a brand new channel type in Studio One, the aux channel. These aux channels are located on the left of the console.
I just want to hear some bangers.
Really is a game changer here.
Show me some bangers.
Of the drum elements. Or by changing trigger probabilities and repeats where I see fit. Awesome. Next, I want to add another element.
Oh my god, Otto.
I've loaded up our ultra-realistic sample player instrument Presence XT, which takes full advantage of another major new feature in Studio One 5, key switch articulations, which were the #1 most requested feature on answers.presonus.com. You can access them from the newly added key switches automation lane in the musical editor. Now, yeah, you can clearly hear how much expressiveness on the wrench icon in the key switch lane. I'm uploading my song to our workspace in Presonus Sphere.
Hey, Joe here. Gregor just sent me this groove via Persona Sphere. I'm going to pull it down and open it in Studio One. I really dig this groove so far. I've got a couple of
it's just audio files, though.
ideas for some vocals. Let's record a few.
It's Melodyne, though. That's not Presonus.
Since I've already used Melodyne on this vocal track, I can drag the tuned vocal onto the instrument, and Studio One converts the vocal into MIDI notes. Sphere. I can also upload a quick
Okay, like... Okay. Their demos aside, it's very clear that this is extremely powerful. It's extremely powerful. I mean, appearance, it's definitely better than Bitwig, so let's go 6.5. Functionality, it looks like it's very, very powerful. Like, at least it's 8.2. Like, it's higher than Bitwig. Efficiency, that's probably up for debate. Probably tied. I think these are way too high, too. I think we're gonna... Let's just knock everything down. Value, how much does it cost? Professional is $520. It's a very weirdly accurate amount. $514.78. Okay. I don't know if you need these things, but okay, so 500 and whatever bucks. That's a lot. So what, like 10? No. I'm scared to ask, but if you're told noob I want to play around with a free DAW, are any worth it, or do you have to jump in and buy one? Well, we'll know after we go through all of them. So far, Studio One looks like it's the most powerful, but it's expensive. So, and it seems like it's really built around live recordings, symphonic recordings, and you know, they focus a lot on audio. So, like, there's no MIDI in here, and there's a reason for that. There's no electronic music here. No, this is not. I'm sure you can, but yeah, their MIDI tools they didn't even cover, so obviously no one cares, and it's not. That's not what people are using it for. Or I didn't find the right video, which is actually more likely. Okay, so but Studio One I've heard really good things about, so that's why I wanted to see that. Not beginner friendly at all. All right. I mean, they're gonna get fucking destroyed because Logic Pro is a meme, but ridiculously powerful, seriously creative. So they're just getting live loops. Yeah, we'll do Reaper, yeah. They don't even have a video. Oh, this is okay. This isn't bad. And they integrate with the keyboard's actually kind of cool. Sequence your beats. I want to hear a demo. There is literally no audio in the music production software demo. What? The sampler doesn't look too bad though. There's no way.
No fair. No fair.
This has got to be a meme. Oh my god. What the fuck did I just watch? This is a Billie Eilish. You gotta be kidding me right now. There's no way that that is their legitimate... I mean... Oh, that just sums it up right there. Oh man, that's really funny. That's really, really, really funny. The thing is, Logic's actually not that bad. I've used it. There has got to be more. Get the most out of MIDI. So they've got some automation going on in here. It looks like there's obviously velocity and all that stuff. There's actually some really cool quantizing algorithm stuff in Logic that's really easy to use. It doesn't really work that well, but it's like 60% of the time. It's not bad. Oh, God. Okay. That was the worst demo I've ever seen for a product in my life. I mean, this company that writes this is one of the highest valuations companies in the world, and this was what they put together. Yeah, Logic is GarageBand on steroids. You can only use it on Mac, so I mean, obviously that's stupid. But this looks pretty cool. Their sampler stuff, I don't know. It's just, it looks like a toy compared to Studio One. That was only the sampler demo, exactly. We have to go to YouTube for the full thing. There we go. Oh, this is 7 years ago. No. Yeah, Lesso actually made fucking... Alexo actually uses Logic. Or used to.
Hello, this is Ken from the CC, here today with a demo of
2 years ago, 11 months ago. Here we go, everything we need to know.
Logic Pro X tutorial. In this video...
It's an hour and a half! Come on, Charles. Alright, let's do mixer icons, tempo, drum loops, editing, quick mixing, setting up an audio interface. This is actually really extensive. editing drums with MIDI, that looks important.
Obviously, I'm not a drummer, and that was terrible.
Oh, see, I like this guy.
This is the beauty about MIDI, is no matter how terrible I just did that, and it was completely off time and sounded very bad, actually, I'm going to go in and clean that up and fix it with MIDI. So these are the notes that I actually just recorded. So we can solo that and go back
I
to
feel
the beginning
bad
and see
because
what
this
that
guy's...
sounds like. So as you can see, it's very off time, and there's really no drum pattern at all. So what I'm going to do is quickly clean this up. I'm going to quantize these.
I feel bad. We shouldn't make fun of this guy. I mean, he actually seems like he's trying his best to help people out here, but it's just hard because I wasn't. You don't expect it to sound like that, right? Oh, I feel bad. Charles, I like your video. We don't mean ill will against you.
So what about if I just want to use this?
It's Logic we don't like.
That's kind of cool, right? So let's say we just want this beginning section. We only want that first bar.
I'm going to be honest, guys. 2 minutes in, and this looks like a kid's toy.
So now let's put our cursor to...
Like, look at it. It's all these round edges. You know when you child-proof your house? That's what Logic looks like to me.
Bar 2, and we'll do Command T to cut the track.
Isn't it?
And we're going to want to backspace this track. Then we can simply go to our original bar,
yeah,
and we can actually loop this across, like so. And now we have this one kit. It sounds like this.
Play it with the instruments.
So it's not great, it's not super creative, but
oh my
in
God.
time, and that's
He's like, this is bad. You should use it.
what's most important now. So if we want to unsolo that and see what it sounds like with everything else, let's do that.
That's what I do want to hear.
So,
dude, for real though, shout out to this guy for just telling it how it is. He's like, guys, listen, this track is garbage, but I'm just showing you, how you can use the software, and I appreciate that.
It doesn't sound actually too bad. And
never mind. Oh.
Because everything is locked in and in time.
The quantization, he's right. It is quantized. Well, anyways, this Charles guy seems like he's actually got some really good stuff going on, so... Day in the life. See, he did the day in the life video that you guys wanted me to do. Anyways, I think I've seen enough. I've also used it before, so... But shout out Charles. He seems like a nice guy, and he seems like he's doing a good job. So, Logic X. So we're gonna give that one a knock. What do you guys think of the appearance? And I have a Mac and a PC, so I'm allowed to make fun of both. That's not how it works, but I have both, and I will be honest. The fact that it's super Mac-y, I don't know. It gets a little. I don't think it looks that good. I think it's too rounded. It feels too basic. I don't feel like I'm in a powerful. Logic sales decreased. I don't think they did. I think it's tied with Bitwig. Because it's not ugly, it's just not pretty. Functionality, it is powerful, but I don't think it's as powerful as Bitwig. So 6.5. Is it efficient? Reasonably efficient. Right? It's better than Bitwig. And is there value? But do your FL tracks? Yeah, they do, if you want them to. You come back to such a majestic, wonderful doll like this, and you realize how dark the world is outside from your little bubble. Hang on, let me see. I think there's a way. You can do it on here for sure. You might not be able to, actually. Oh yeah, here. So I can go Pattern name. Oh, maybe you can't. Oh well. I should make my own shite demo. You can do it here though. I just don't even know how. And I call myself a music producer. I know there's a way. Oh, change icon, yeah. See, there's a sad the sad face one. Does FL have skins? I don't know. Probably. Okay. So let's see. Value, how much is Logic? 279, that's actually not bad. That's probably about what it's worth. That's the price of a VST. You can buy top on the settings view. Okay. Oh, that would be really cool. We'll do that after. The tier list in FL. We'll do that after. Okay, what's next? We'll do like the smaller ones first. So Studio Reaper. Reaper's actually good too. There's a Reaper versus Logic thing right here. Oh my gosh. Reaper's what? Free? No. Oh my gosh, is there a website that just does this? Oh, what the fuck? Okay. I'm scared. Anyways. Compatibility. Yeah, you can only use it on Mac though, so useless. Reaper, okay, just out of the gate. Not that many, there's a lot of dislikes, so. What are the best DAWs? Oh, this is really useful, whatever this website is. CL specs. Okay, let's watch the video. It really, the only thing that matters is how good their demo song is. $600,000 views.
Hi everybody, Adam Steele from Hop Pole Studios here.
I like
and today we're going to be doing a tutorial about the very
we'll do
basics of how to use Reaper, the DAW, digital
we're
audio
gonna find the weird
workstation.
ones for you.
Basically how to get sound coming through, making sure that your recording's working properly, how to make sure that you're hearing what you're supposed to be hearing, so that you can get up and running, recording your vocals, recording your guitars, drums, whatever it is you want to record.
This guy's got a cup of tea.
We're going to do it right from the very beginning. We have done a tutorial on this before, which you can find on YouTube that's got many, many thousands of views. But originally that was supposed to be kind of a one-off thing. It was done on a webcam, so this time we're going to do it.
This is why when I make YouTube videos, I always say at the end, like, yeah, this could all be full of shit, so just don't even bother with this. What you just watched was a waste of your time.
Properly in the studio, and I'm going to make some notes.
Because some losers on Twitch watching me, destroying me too, you know, it's just a circle.
To make sure that everything is crystal clear as possible. So, without further ado, on we go.
This guy's awesome. His intro song is the best so far.
For videos like this, because
look at his studio.
A fairly sturdy machine. It's never had any
sturdy machine. Looks like you spilt beer on it.
Audio production software on it at all.
Damn right it's sturdy.
It's got a completely new install of Windows, although you can use Reaper in the very same way that we're about to do here on Mac OS and even on Raspberry Pis now.
Raspberry Pi.
And so we're going to talk about what you really need as the absolute minimum for music production.
He's probably one of the best so far.
You need a machine, a computer to work with, whether it be
these
a
are way
Windows
too
laptop,
basic.
A MacBook, iMac, even a Raspberry Pi. You're really going to need some kind of audio interface. Today we're using the audio from the top down.
Oh, this looks terrible. What? What the hell is this?
All play concurrently, but the way it works is kind of going down. Equivalent, this is the mix window, and this goes left to right with exactly the same tracks, just displayed going the opposite way. And if I was to make loads and loads and loads of tracks,
2019.
this blank space is another nice little shortcut. If I then use the bit of the screen just at the top of it where I can change just
Okay, this looks like it's in beta. Optimizer 10. This runs in what the why is everything so memey? Seriously.
In this video, go down to Preferences, and then
Look
under
at
Audio, click on Device. And if you have an ASIO audio interface, be sure to click ASIO as the audio system. And then if your audio interface doesn't automatically show up in the driver area, click the drop-down menu, and then select your device from in here.
I've heard Reaper's insane. For example, who uses Reaper that you guys might know? There's a guy, Monster Guy, who uses it. Anyways, you can make a hotkey, say it's like your F3 button, where when you push it, it just adds an audio track with all of the configurations, routings, and everything. Like, let's say you have a guitar recording. So it'll you push F3, it'll load a track that's got your record loaded and ready to go, and then it'll have your second track that it routes it to, so that when you finish recording, it has its full process chain on it too.
If you're using your computer's built-in sound card or a sound card that doesn't have an ASIO driver for it, you may want to download ASIO for All. It's free and you can use that as your driver here. And this may give you a little bit better of latency as your computer's resources. So you may want to play.
Just show me. Here we go. This is all I want to see. Making a banger in Reaper. Thank you. Victor Wonder.
This is Victor Wonder's Panda Beats Vintage Music.
Dude.
Once again, I welcome you back to my channel. And this time, I'm going to show you how I'm going about this beat. It's some kind of club banger. It's not
This DAW looks terrible. This DAW looks like Windows Media Player from XP. This is what they're... It's actually mixed pretty well. Oh man. Default skin is rough, guys. I'm gonna like this. It's actually mixed pretty well. This is the best demo song so far. Can you make beats in Reaper? I'm sure you can. Dude, that's
What's up, guys, and welcome back to BM Tempo. There
This
are no
looks way
hard and
better.
fast rules, but this one's very common. So, I'm going to turn on my click, aka my metronome, let that record a bit.
Okay.
And it's way too quiet right now, so I'm going to go ahead and can have this run through slightly more of a progression.
Okay, this looks better. Alright.
EQ.
That's
I've cut
the
too much loud here,
EQ?
so dial that back.
Dude, this DAW is hideous. It's hideous. You will take a break from the color, not your problem. Oh. I'm not remixing anything. I'm not going near the actual music. I don't want to make fun of anybody, okay? It's different when you guys submit tracks, I can be harsh because you know that I'm going to be harsh. But these people didn't ask for my opinion, so that's not what we're here for. What we're here for is to absolutely decimate how bad Reaper looks. That's the worst looking DAW I've ever seen.
That will do for now. Once again, I'm not trying to necessarily make a banger here, just a quick thing for demonstration purposes. So now let's bring in some drums. And there are a few ways you can do this. You can either just drag in audio files and start to place them, or you can actually use plugins for this, and I'll show you both. I've got a free sample pack that I've put out that I will link in the description. No download gates or anything like that. All I ask in return is that you like this video and subscribe for more electronic music production videos. Let me pull in.
We would have had it. I'm liking it though. It's good.
That'll do. So I can just grab this right here. Note semitone shifted.
Dude, this EQ
is having an element get out of the way of another element.
Like,
the way
why?
that I like to do it, there are a couple ways you can accomplish this. One way is I then
this looks like
so
overcomplicated
video that shows you the basic anatomy of a standard EDM drop. He breaks it down in the way that I like to do it. There are a couple ways you can accomplish this. One way is sidechain compression.
You know what I would like to say though? If you were really good at this, you could reprogram the world.
I'm not going to demonstrate that here because this curve controls that effect, although it's the way that I can give, but I want to just show the process and talk you through kind of what you'll much.
The way I'm seeing this is each of these individual components is kind of added yourself, like it's manually put together. So you can obviously reprogram and link everything, right?
So that's too.
But the fact that this is a synth, I mean, this is nasty.
Too little. So
doesn't mean it's bad. It's just this looks like a 32-bit. This looks like something that would just bug out your entire life while stealing all of your bank information on the back end.
And I'm not going to tweak too many other parameters. I like this preset as it is. So let's go ahead and change our BPM, aka the speed of our song, to 128 beats per minute.
This Gabe guy, I like him a lot. He seems to really know what he's talking about.
This is kind of the standard EDM tempo. There are no hard and fast rules, but this one's very common. So I'm going to turn on my click.
Oh, for game development. Oh.
AKA, I start to cut some of that out. Or if that will do for now. Once again, I'm plugin. There is a built-in one in Reaper called.
That's true. It does look very programmy.
The Sample-O-Matic 5000, which is fun to say. So you can drag a sample in, and then you can tell it to distribute itself to your keyboard or not. You do it using this. So if I go note semitone shifted, let me drag in a sample. It'll actually map it out visually what's going on.
Let me hear the banger.
Where essentially all you do is pull down the threshold, and it'll start to clamp the kick hits.
This is so ugly.
And this is the final for that. And you have this giant list of stuff that you can modify. And that...
Oh, I get it. So you have to manually select the parameters that you can... Oh my god.
A cutoff of the synth or something similar. So let me demonstrate that. Let me go to Helm and see if this even has a filter on it.
Yeah, if you can master this, if you're doing a fifth order ambisonics, that's channel per bus. Pro Tools mounts at 16. Pro Tools maxes at 16 channels per bus? No. Pro Tools has no limit, is my knowledge. Yeah, this is wild, you guys.
But this, so like this, once again, I'm holding shift click for that, and then I...
Yeah, this is, you know what I will say though? This is a good point that I'm seeing from everybody as well. And this is my takeaway from it. To be fair, it looks like you can do anything in this. It looks like you can literally do anything. Which is pretty cool.
Yo, what's up guys, it's Vozu here, and you probably clicked this video because of the title. Even if you know the answer for the question in the title, just stay here for one more minute so I can tell you what is the series about. Reaper is really well known, most of them probably not. So instead of the default
envelopes and automation,
turn on the volume envelope by pressing V on the keyboard, and here we have the...
Hey, you guys notice something? First point of reflection. Right? It's important. Cost of a real job versus cost of your life wasted. Alright, that's actually really funny. That's actually really funny. 16 per bus. Thinking about it in the third order, I'm missing awesome pros. There's like 200. Oh no, I'm thinking of simultaneous recording. Pro Tools can simultaneously record like 256 channels. That's really interesting. No, this is his first point of reflection. For
automation list from FL Studio. Here I have all my media, all my sample packs, so I can just simply play the samples and choose them on the way as I'm making a beat. You turn it on.
Can we just hear some bangers? Like, everyone's just like, you can do everything, but no one's doing anything, you know?
Yo, what's up guys, it's Vozu here.
I just need a banger. Drill rap beat, yeah, that could be cool. Hip hop, trap, making a beat. So apparently no one just makes master a song, that could be cool. Paul Douglas, this guy seems to know what he's talking about.
Hello, I'm Paul Douglas. In a previous video, I took you through the mixing of a piano-based instrumental full production in Reaper.
No one makes bangers in Reaper.
The description below. And that's the same project that Okay, so now a design. Okay.
Oh, he's just doing the
There we
final,
go. Now,
I think he just limited it and exported it. Okay, so there's literally just there's no demo. Is there a Reaper website? I'm so confused. How do we get the demo song test? Like, just... This is good, though. I like this. What can Reaper do? Anything. Videos. I just want to see one... Editing, they don't, it just doesn't have it. They don't have it. How to watch Reaper videos. Why Reaper? Okay.
Hi, I'm Kenny Joya. Welcome to another one of my tutorials. In this video, I'm going to show you why I chose Reaper as my DAW. Now in this video, I'm not going to show you everything Reaper can do. There's way too many things to show you, and you can check out my series called This is Reaper 6 to see all of that code and start using it.
Okay, I think what we know is this. Reaper is just it's the best for, I mean, I feel like because it's like, you know if you know, but if you don't, it's just... Okay, I'm just going to put it under functionality. We're just putting it at a 10. We're just going to assume it does everything. Efficiency is probably a 2. Appearance is a 1. It looks terrible. What does it cost? Purchase. $60? What? I mean, that's pretty good. Let's just go with the most expensive, because that's what we're comparing. It's a trap. Yeah, it can do it's like the evil wizard. I can do everything, but first. And then every time you keep bringing him the quest items, it's like, but first. And then in the end, you're like, yeah, you have to send a check. You literally have to mail a check. But at what cost? The cost is actually much more than this. The cost is a degree in computer science and programming, and like 17 years isolation. Popularity is probably, I mean, it's got to be low. Workflow, we don't even know. It actually didn't look that bad. Maybe a 5. Plugins, we don't even know. I mean, there's so many unknowns. It seems like it could be really good. Yeah, we're just gonna go plugins, I don't know, 5, because we just don't know. I just don't know. Cost your soul and part of your life. It'd be cool if you could just be like, well, we've yeah, okay. That was confusing. I really wish I was easier to grab. The point is barrier to entry, right? So this is a great thing for Reaper. And actually, really, for all of these, I would consider myself a music producer, right? Right? So I am familiar with musical terms and whatnots. And, like, I know how to use a computer and shit. Imagine you're a beginner. And you're like, what DAW do I use? And you go to this website. And all you see is a guy handing out money. Like, in some Windows XP outline. And you have to pay for the plugins? Yeah, there you go. There's no way you're going to buy this. Like, there's a 0% chance you're using this software. It's not going to happen. And then, you know, you go to Logic and you're like, well, I'm on a PC, so this isn't going to work. And then you go over here to Studio One, you're like, I want to look like this person. This looks fucking sick. Right? Like, this is actually enticing and interesting and really well laid out. Yeah, I say Reaper. Oh my gosh. So at least here you're like, okay, I understand. This does things. You know, my laptop will now float. Things will come out of the screen. I get to wear hats now. You know, there's a vibe, right? And then what was the other one we looked at? Bitwig. Like, first impression on Bitwig. Yeah, see, they focused on the box here, right? They're not selling you the lifestyle. It's made by a company called Coco, so it's like... Reaper makes you rich. Yeah, I guess. See, this at least has more... This is a lot better, and then they go into a little more complicated, but... Bitwig at least is some sort of invite. You at least give it a shot. You at least read it. Bitwig actually looked pretty cool, honestly. Not as powerful as Studio One. Of all the ones we've seen so far, Studio One looks the coolest. Okay, where was that website? Here it is. So there's a bunch of random ones. Audacity. Oh, man. Oh, man. This is great. I wonder... Do you think anyone's made a banger on Audacity? Poor hat. Oh yeah, Cubase is serious too, so. Yeah, they have a dark mode. I mean, Audacity's about as good as it gets. Let me see. I want to see a sound demo though. Audacity sound demo. Recording a demo. Audacity demo. Here we go. Okay. 2009. Still looks better than Reaper. We'll keep going on it. I want to go through them all, so I want to figure out what's actually going on out there in the DAW world. Okay. How to use Audacity. I don't think there's... Wait, sound design?
Well, noise is a random frequency or a random signal. Okay. And let's see. I'm going to change it 300 milliseconds or so. I want.
Too boring, but it looks like you can actually do stuff. Audacity is you know, it looks better than Reaper, so 1.1. It's not really a DAW, though. We all know that this is a bit of a meme. Functionality is like a 3. It's just to record stuff, but it's extremely efficient, so we'll give that like a 7. It's free, so for value, that's a 10. Popularity, it's actually pretty popular. 56, not that popular. Workflow, you push record. I mean, 7, I guess. And workflow 7, and then what else is this? Plugin 0. Meme value 4. The meme value of Reaper is like 11. It's this, yeah. That's just... I did not expect this, man. Yeah. Okay, next. Waveform. Oh. Okay. The world's best, fully featured, completely unlimited free DAW for all music creators. That's a bold statement.
With a 2021 Tech Award nomination and a Bedroom Producer's Best DAW Award, Waveform 3's popularity continues to grow. This is largely due to being the world's only cross-platform, unrestricted, and fully featured free DAW. With Waveform 3, you'll find absolute...
Well, Reaper actually is technically the highest rated for functionality on our charts. So, I think Reaper, from what we've seen, is definitely the most powerful. Just by the fact that it's very clear that you can do anything. But with that comes quite a complex barrier to entry.
No timeouts, no watermarks, no track count limits, no export render restrictions, no third-party plugin restrictions, no saving or project limitations, and no copyright restrictions.
So how do they make money?
The music you create with Waveform 3 is yours to upload or sell as you please. What you get is a highly creative, deep, and flexible DAW that just happens to be free. And whether you're podcasting, producing, recording, or mixing music, Waveform 3 has you covered. Let's take a look at some of the features that make Waveform 3 the best free DAW. The pattern generator is an immensely powerful composition tool, allowing you to quickly generate chords, bass lines, melodies, and arpeggios with the click of a button. You can choose from a range of popular chord progressions and presets, or create your own.
Pretty good MIDI support.
Based on a classic step sequencer workflow, step clips are great for quickly programming rhythmic patterns.
Too good to be true, for sure.
Patterns can be generated directly from within the clip, or via the dedicated editor. Clips allow full control over velocity and gate in addition to syncing with the micro drum sampler. This means any sample you load is reflected as a step clip channel.
Okay.
Whether you're without a MIDI controller or on the road with only a laptop, MIDI typing turns your computer keyboard into a musical keyboard in an instant. MIDI typing can be quickly toggled on or off, allowing you to seamlessly jump between editing and performing. Aside from being a great place to rename, color, and edit your clips, the Actions panel allows you to favorite your most used actions and create custom actions.
I'm impressed.
These can all be recalled later with the click of a button.
It's simple, but it's...
Waveform 3 comes with several instruments and effects, including 4OSC synth, micro drum sampler, and a range of utility and effects plugins.
I don't understand their business model.
Racks are indispensable tools for complex processing or fun sound design, such as multi-layering instruments. You can get lost in your own creations or explore the included presets. Waveform 3 makes editing quick and intuitive, with great features like range selection, ripple delete, and heal consolidate silence.
Okay. So...
Mixing and automation in Waveform is simple and intuitive. The mixer allows for quick control of multiple tracks. Plugins can be automated.
Where's the... Why can't I...
with just the click of a few buttons. And any parameter can be easily modulated with the LFO modifier.
It's literally free, everything we just saw.
A wide variety of options and formats are available when rendering your projects. In addition, individual files can be rendered to any folder on your computer with a simple drag and drop.
What?
With support for VST, VST3, AU and Soul, there are endless opportunities for free third-party instruments and effects.
This is the best one we've seen.
Not only is Waveform 3 immensely feature-rich, it's also extremely intuitive and easy to use. To get you up and running with a minimum of fuss, you'll find a welcome screen. allowing you to quickly set up your audio device and choose from a range of project templates which serve as a great...
Yo, how is this free? This is a month old or something? I don't understand. How is this free? What kind of musician am I? That's a good question. Learn more. I am an EDM musician. Now this doesn't look very appealing. Give me a sample song. Come on. It doesn't have it. Okay, though, this is free though, so what the fuck? How is it? I don't understand. Oh, Waveform Pro. Okay. Oh, their basic stuff is bad. Oh, okay. Lucifer.inc. As far as extreme goes, this is actually very extreme. We'll put the standard in. From what I saw, if I had to pay, it's just light. It's just, I would say it's not quite as powerful as Studio One or Bitwig, actually. I would put this a little bit weaker. I would say this is more like a Logic level. Although Logic should be lower than... This rating is all bad. Logic should be lower here, should be lower here. Popularity is actually pretty high. Workflow's not bad. Plugins, they're fine. Yeah, they're fine, whatever. And then the meme value of Logic, after watching the content on it, it's like 4. So let's do this. Waveform. Waveform appearance is, I don't know, what do you guys think? It's not bad.
And arpeggios with the click of a button. You can
kind of reminds me of Studio One, really. I'd say it's in between Studio One and Bitwig. It's probably a 6. Functionality, I'd say I'd put on par with Logic, maybe. Yeah, it goes from $0 to $800, but it's free. Yeah, they're like, and it's completely free for $800. So that was a bit misleading for sure. Do I use it in my mastering stage? Yeah, whenever I'm using my headphones, I use it. So functionality, I don't know. This looks pretty good. I'm going to put a 6. Efficiency, it actually looks reasonably efficient. 6. Value, low, because it's actually $800. But, I don't know. Not that good. Popularity, pretty low. Workflow seems fine. I mean, 5, 6 area. It's okay. And the plugins we don't know, so I'm putting 5. It actually looked promising until it was really expensive. At least the demo song wasn't cringe. Like, they got the information out. For free, it's good. Even the basic, there's no... Oh, I understand, because I'm looking at the wrong thing. I don't get it. I still don't get it. Demo song? Demo song? Demo song?
Getting started with the EDM template is quick and easy. With Waveform open, click the New Project button. Here you can give your EDM track a name and set the location as to where it will be set on to get you up and running with your production.
Let's hear it.
All you need to do is ensure your audio device is correctly set up, or the correct of several instances of Waveform's 4OSC synth, the micro drum sampler, effects returns, MIDI clips, and more. Click play and you'll hear an instant preview of all the instruments loaded. You can use it on your keyboard. Click back to our allows you to adjust and the track is saved to the folder you or the delete key one to get you up and running with.
Dude. I just want a demo. I just want to see a banger. This guy just does them all. Ego cheap. You guys, this is killing me. I just yeah. LMMS. I've never heard of this.
LMMS is a free digital audio workstation, or DAW, that works on Linux, Windows, and Mac.
Wow. It's
a good option to make music with, and many say it's the closest thing you can get to FL Studio for free.
Oh my god.
Another great feature
oh, that's so funny.
Is you can use your computer keyboard as a MIDI controller. If you want to learn how to use this DAW in a practical tutorial, keep watching.
This looks terrible. Dude, imagine being FL. Everyone in the world is like, just like an FL.
Supports. I will also pin a comment below everything does and where everything is. Go up to Edit in the top left and down to Settings. There are two things you may want to change right away. First is Enable Note Labels in Piano Roll, which will help you know what notes you're using when writing.
They even call it the piano roll. Cool.
The other is Language at the bottom, which may be good to change if you read a different one better than English. Moving on to Directories, this is where you can set up the folders that LMMS looks in for your files. This would be your plugins, sound fonts, and other things like themes and background art. Samples are handled a bit differently, but I'll talk about that when I get to the layout. There is Performance Settings, and then Audio Settings, where you can set up your audio interface. And last is MIDI settings. Once you're done, press OK at the bottom, and if you want, you can restart LMMS now, but it's not necessary for this tutorial. The top menu, these are that come with the DAW. Track in the playlist. You can also add things like the beat and bassline editor.
It's literally FL Studio so far.
Audio files, them out of the notes in it. But all other tracks can be resized manually by clicking and dragging from the right side of the panel.
It might be linear though.
Although beat and bassline editor tracks are the only ones to keep duplicating as you drag them out. Keep things organized. And in most cases, and holding Shift and Control lets you add selections together by either clicking on or place an automation point, and right click will delete one. But you can also delete multiple notes in one go. Talk about what send.
This looks really beta.
And can be resized by dragging from, and you can also send tracks to other tracks too.
Yeah, it's FL. With Freeboy color.
Above the fader is the mute and solo buttons. So, and for something about it in.
Okay, so this is that's my problem. I don't know. This is bad. Obviously, but it's free. So appearance. I mean, it's better than Reaper. Let's go a 4. Maybe 4.5. Functionality, obviously, it's not bad. It's got to be worse than Logic. Efficiency. I mean, this is... It's free, though. So the value is pretty high. Popularity, I mean, this has obviously been used a lot. 700,000 views.
For creating new projects and opening these are for creating new projects.
What the fuck? Okay. Work. Oh my god.
For creating new projects and opening these are for creating new projects and opening existing ones.
You barely missed a fucking beat. Damn. Okay. This one's kind of a burner, right? Because it's a bit of a rip-off. This is a high meme. Cubase is actually real, so let's do that.
Saving, exporting, and even a cool info button where you can click.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Hello, everyone, and welcome
Oh, this is awesome.
back. Whoa.
By far the best demo song already. By far. Even though, although that's not technically fair, we should go Cubase.
Welcome to the official Cubase YouTube channel.
Okay. Wait, Club Cubase live stream? That's cool. So we'll look at that for sure. Let's just see this,
Welcome
I guess.
to the people who create and record music. You'll find using. There's weekly how-to videos covering everything from the basics, like you, who bring us into their own environment and show us the gear that they use.
I actually just want to look at this. So who's this?
Hi, welcome to our April 13th, 2021 club.
But he's just ripping production?
So we have Mumbai.
That doesn't look that good.
We have Neurotic Nexus from Germany.
This used to look so much better.
Kind of come right
Maybe
here
not,
and
actually.
just do the crossfade. If two events are separated pretty
It's a real DAW though, right?
So say if I come here,
But it doesn't look very
there's
good.
just one single event.
Probably
and I
looks the
do a
same as
crossfade,
Bitwig.
then
Maybe
there's
worse.
nothing to crossfade between the two. So let's say they are. If when you.
Okay, just give me
and
some
if
fucking bangers. Give me the audio here. Let's hear it.
And you can find that, so just see, where can I find supervision? So supervision is found under the analyzer.
Okay.
Those are the different parameters. So you can see that everything I just did automated correctly. So.
Okay.
You go to, you know.
This is a bit of a boring one.
Okay, so you see from so it says if I record an audio track, then make 2 cuts.
Oh man, this is. Maybe it's just his voice is too relaxing for me. I think. We know Cubase is powerful though. Like we don't really have to dig too deep into this one. I've used it before. Wow, that's a really cool studio. Okay. Yeah, I mean this is awesome. But where is highlights? Simpler stems. Printing stems and repair makes the job much faster.
In most DAWs, printing stems is a repetitive and time-consuming task. Cubase Pro 11 makes this job much faster, less prone to errors, and way more, even
audio engineer. Maybe you want to create stems for somebody to remix your track. Maybe you want to create stems so that you can create loops for synchronization, for film, for TV, or you might be doing sound design for sample libraries. Whatever might be the case, I think everyone can agree that creating stems, it's something that it's not really creative. So Cubase 11 has all the tools you need to get this out of the way. And let's go File, Export, Audio Mixdown. This is exactly the same like it was in all the previous versions of Cubase. Now, here's what's new. Let me show you. Here's a brand new redesigned Export Audio Mixdown window. So let's see what we can do now. To begin with, we can export a single track. That's very self-explanatory. We can export a stereo out, or maybe I want to export just my drums, and so on and so forth. If I go to multiple, now I have the option to synchronize the track selection in Cubase, the channel selection, with what's selected for export. Let me show you. You click on this icon here, sync select.
This is very cool.
To channel track select parts, and you want to export just those to mix my song. Okay, so basically I need to give him
this guy's studio is fucking
in my
awesome.
project. So maybe I want to include my group channels, my effects channels, because these are my reverbs and my delays. Maybe I want to add my instrument tracks and my audio channels. So let's say I want to export all of these as a WAV file, 44.1 kilohertz, 24-bit first. I want to
Okay, that's really cool. Let's see this.
Are now the normal behavior. I can play the loop in different pitches, but now we also have a slice mode in the sampler track, okay?
Okay.
So let's slice this loop. And now I have this loop spread across the keyboard. So now I can play every slice on my keyboard.
That's fucking sick.
And I can rearrange.
They have this in Ableton too.
It's my loop.
They have it in FL as well. I just don't produce like that.
So immediately I take control of my loops. I can take every element and place it somewhere else. And I can also generate a MIDI phrase out of this loop. I can click here, drag, and drop this MIDI phrase into my project. Now we have different modes when it comes to slicing. We have the transient mode, which of
What year is it? They remember, yeah.
Of course, we also have the zoom in. See, it's very.
But a lot of DAWs, right? Because of Ableton just came along and just spanked all of these things, right? The only DAW that actually Ableton couldn't take down was the only DAW that Ableton couldn't take down was FL, and the only reason that is because FL is so easily hacked. Like, you can get it for free so easily, and it's been used for so long. So, like, all the nerdy people are like, oh, I want to use a DAW, and they just all used FL, because that's just what you used. It was kind of a cultural thing. Cubase was more of an actual studio DAW, right, historically, where you needed hardware to link up to it and all that shit. Same with Pro Tools, right? So the guys who are producing properly... you know, not in their bedrooms. We're using Cubase and Pro Tools.
Very well defined. All the transients are super clear.
So that's cool. I mean, look, we know what Cubase can do, right? I don't think we need to. I don't think we need to really go too crazy in this. This looks cool. They built their own OTT.
Tame, aggressive bass lines, or enhance subtle, spacey reverberation. Squasher is amazingly easy to use, and it sounds fantastic.
So they made an OTT. Score editor, imager, that looks cool. Supervision. Okay. So this is what I'll say about Cubase. It looks really good. It still looks like it's somewhat audio bias, but you know, it's millennial. What do you mean by that? Like 20 years old, you mean? But Cubase is obviously really powerful. I mean, there's no debate. So we're going to put functionality up at the 9. I mean, it's probably even more powerful than Bitwig, right? I never made a banger on it, no. But Cubase has had bangers made on it. Oh, the studio looks sick, but it probably sounds bad. But it's still, I mean, I'd love to work in here just to try it out. It depends what they have on the back walls and how big the room is. It could actually be fine. Functionality on Cubase, we're going high, 8. Efficiency, I don't know. I haven't used it enough. It's probably comparable to... It's be slightly worse than Ableton. How much does it cost? That's a lot. 500. 150. It's a lot, man. That's $1,000. So I don't know. Is that high value? Not really. It's just priced appropriately. So the value is kind of whatever. Popularity, you know what? Reasonably popular. And the workflow is actually good, right? Workflow's good. Workflow is probably comparable to Bitwig, actually. And 1. The workflow in 1 would be really good, too. Popularity is a little lower. Plugins in 1, I don't know how good they are, so putting a 5. Plugins in Cubase are actually not bad, but we'll put 5. These are bad. And Cubase has extremely low meme value. It's not a very exciting DAW. It's just, it works, it's clean. Yeah. Alright, I think there's only 2 left. Because no one uses Pro Tools in electronic music. Like, why the fuck would you use Pro Tools? I don't even need to show you guys the videos. I'll tell you how Pro Tools goes. Maybe one day I'll use it on stream, but appearance is actually not bad. But it's about Cubase. The functionality is pretty high, but it really sucks at MIDI and things like that. So let's go 6. Efficiency, it's not bad. 6, 7. Like, it's at least as good as Logic. The value is dog shit. Pro Tools is really expensive. Let's see, Pro Tools. Let's see. Buy now. Oh my god. What the fuck? Who's that? What the hell is going on? What? Music production. That's true. It has the video side of it too, actually. So that adds to the functionality. But in our context, you don't really need Pro Tools. It's fucking expensive though. So where's the $80 US a month, $30 a month. So it's like $400. So that's actually not bad. Call it 500 because that's where it starts. Value is probably mid-pack. Popularity is actually really popular. The workflow is fine. Plugins are actually pretty good too, but it's not really what you're looking for. Meme value is literally nothing. It's actually not bad. Okay. There's some random ones on here. FL Studio. Max number of tracks 500. I don't think that's true. Is it? I've never tried. Where's Ableton? Ableton's not even on here. Here we go, moment of truth. I don't think that's true, Future. There's no way. Okay. How do I even... what? Oh, here we go. Wow. 6 studio. But then they have these dinky little Yamahas. Doesn't make any sense. You have like $20,000 in hardware, and then you have $300 monitors. It's weird. Trust me. Yeah, this was cool, the comping. Pro Tools had that. That's cool too. Probably in Germany. I don't care about the controller. I like it. Oh yeah, the live portion. Yeah, this is... I saw this actually. Okay, let's be honest. Ableton looks good. It's probably the prettiest. Is it the prettiest? I don't know. What do you guys think? Oh my god. There it is.
Ableton is the better DAW. Ableton is better than FL Studio. FL Studio is chill. I'm joking. My bad.
Ooh.
Anyways, today I've come here to end all DAW wars. So I will be going over the things that I like about FL Studio, the things I like about Ableton, and
Because they want you to be able to perform live, even if plugin is bypass, you still pay it the... What?
I'm currently using Ableton. I do not plan on going back to FL Studio, so there might be a little bit of a bias, but I'm just spitting facts, bro. Okay, I'm sorry. In my opinion, Ableton is better than FL Studio. I'm sorry, dead ass. It really is. And this is coming from someone who's used FL Studio for his first 4 years of producing. I've only been on Ableton for 2, but both definitely have their benefits and their downsides. I think FL definitely has some stuff that Ableton could use, and vice versa. And I know I'm about to get my ass grilled in the comments because about like 80% of the people that watch this channel use FL Studio, I think. But yeah, I always get hit up what the differences are, so I decided to make this video. And let's get into it. Alright, so let's start with Ableton. Okay, so for Ableton, and I can't pinpoint the exact reason why, I just feel like it overall enhances creativity.
Wow.
As far as for me, when I switched, I felt a huge difference, and I felt like I could just do a lot more, and I could express myself way clearer than I did in FL. And I know there are also...
Express myself clearer. There is something to be said about workflow, though. And all he's saying is that the workflow... I'm going to tell you guys what he's saying. I'm not going to let him tell you. That just means he doesn't get the workflow. That's fine. That's fine.
Beasts that use FL Studio, don't get me wrong, but for me in my workflow, I feel like Ableton just allowed me to be way more free and creative. And this is after
fine.
Like 4 years of using FL Studio. Okay, so I'm just gonna.
That is actually the biggest difference, in my opinion, between FL and every single one of these other DAWs. These all feel the same. It's that simple. All of these DAWs feel the same if you use them. If you go for Ableton is probably the most different, but they're all just linear processing, linear production. That's what makes FL different.
beat so I could get more into the specifics. All right, shit. I think first, what I really love about Ableton is the live recording. For me, it's felt a lot more seamless and way smoother than FL Studio did. I don't know if it was just for me, but every time I feel like I recorded stuff live in FL, I just had like a delay to it. I don't know what it was. But yeah, Ableton makes it super easy to record stuff live. All you have to do is just arm the track. Oh shit. So yeah, Ableton definitely has a way better recording system, I feel like. Like, I record drums in now. Like, I would never do that type of shit in FL Studio. Like, record my kick pattern. Like, are you fucking crazy? So what I do in Ableton usually is I'll just like punch in a sloppy groove, you know, for the kick and the snare, and then I'll just quantize it later. But doing this also made the process.
Yeah, it is there. You just have to find. It turns into Reaper a bit when you start modifying the workflow.
It's a lot more fun for me as well. Okay, so watch how easy this is, bro. I'm just gonna play the beat, and then I'm gonna start recording like midway into the loop, and then just watch how easy it is to record. Ready? And then I'll just go back, Command J, and then quantize if I want to. But yeah, so that's one thing.
Okay, so he just doesn't know how to use FL. I mean, sure. Yeah, okay. Yeah. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. That was a bad video. Okay. That was a bad video. This one, yeah, I don't know what to tell you guys.
So we've got two big hitters, Ableton Live and FL Studio. Let's find out which one is right for you. So both Ableton Live and FL Studio have different editions ranging at different prices. Ableton.
You know what I will say about Ableton? If I was to learn a new DAW starting from scratch, I would actually learn Ableton. I wouldn't use FL. FL's too it's not user friendly. And it's too not complicated, but it embraces chaos. Ableton is like smooth and kind of takes you through, right? And FL doesn't do that. FL is a sandbox. So, you know, I'd probably use Ableton because it would be easier. Much easier.
Offer 3 different editions, and they include the intro version. Side, we can see a huge.
But like, this looks fine to me. Like, I like the UI. I like it's good. It's interesting about the price though. I didn't realize you had to buy Ableton every. How much does it cost? I still have to do my Ableton week. Maybe we'll do it next week. Dude, it's $1,000. Look, that's fucked up. That's a lot, isn't it? Isn't that a lot? Oh. You know what I like about FL? The DAW powering the world's best music. They don't say they're the best DAW. What do they say about Ableton? They don't say anything. I actually like that too. I like them both, man. I like them both. It's really hard. Who's this guy? FL's demo song is Lil Uzi Vert. There goes the DMCA. That's a huge flex. Isn't it? Who's this guy? Oh, that's what's his nuts? Yeah, Mesto. Okay, FL is Porter Robinson and Media. I think FL is the best demo tracks for sure. There's no comparison. Oh, Ableton has Skrillex. So, you know what? There it is. Martin Garrix, though, I don't know. I don't know, guys. What do you think? Appearance for Ableton's probably 7. Functionality is way up there. It's behind Reaper. It's definitely on par with Cubase. It's probably an 8.5. The efficiency is probably what? Yeah, I've heard Ableton shortcuts are bad. All the people I've seen use Ableton are really slow too. There's no like speed producing on Ableton really. But you know what? I'm gonna eat my words right here. Oh my god, it's a cat. Let's see. Yeah, Retrovision is. I've seen Retrovision. This is the other thing I don't like. You have to use the external EQs and stuff. Like the FL EQ is so good. Yeah, but it's fucking the Ableton EQ is not as nice. Can you detach the Ableton EQ? Yeah, their EQ. Oh no, it's really really good. But can you detach it? This cat is just ripping it. Yo, that cat's pretty good. Yeah, that's cool. Their MIDI too. It just looks bad. The MIDI feels bad. I love their sampler though. Their sampler's awesome. Cardinal Sin. I don't know, guys. We gotta just do it. So what's that under? I mean, Ableton efficiency is good. It's probably the same as Bitwig's, though. Price is really high, but it's powerful, so the value is actually not bad. Popularity is at the highest. Workflow is really good. Plugins are really good. Meme value is very low. FL Studio. FL Studio appearance. Here's the problem with FL Studio. You can get this shit. This shit. Like, what the fuck is that? What have you done? You've made a mess. This is a joke. You know? This is only 28 patterns. It's only 28 audio channels. Like, what? I'm going to show you guys a project. This looks terrible. No, it says Jumbo with me, biggest project FL Studio. And then the first comment. This is just a standard FL Studio project. You just didn't organize it. And this is why FL gets a bad rap. Because of shit like this. You can actually do this in FL. You can't do this in fucking Ableton. It won't let you. It's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Calm down. Yeah. You know? Most DAWs don't even let you do this. Like, it's just such a disaster. Which makes sense. Except Reactor. Reactor will probably let you do it. Reactor's the only DAW you can actually do anything, I think. Oh man, Reactor's gonna be the meme on this channel for so long. Stop right there, exactly. It's like, hold your horses. You're not gonna like what happens there. So, let's see. I'm showing you guys a complicated project file in FL. It's still loading. Making bangers. We know that FL can make bangers. We know that. Oh, did I just close? Oh, here we go. So appearance in FL. What do you guys think? I don't know. This is what I'm saying, because it doesn't all look good. Like, you can open up a random FL file and it'll look like garbage. So let's go. It can't be better than Ableton. Okay, here's a project with this is 106 channels, right? So this is a lot cleaner, and this is actually so I don't know, appearance 6. When project organized, 8 out of 10. That's a good point. So let's go 7. If it could look really, because it could look a 1, but it could look an 8. The best it can look into 6.9. Yeah, I agree with that. I wonder if there's. I don't have any organized projects though. Let's see. The road. We'll open up the road. We gotta rate the project. Whatever the road is rated, that's what it'll be. Because that's the perfect example of one that's got recording. It's got lots of different MIDIs and samples and everything, automation. Whatever the road looks like, that's what the rating will be. As far as the browser and all this goes, you can get different skins, I think, for FL. I'm not 100% sure. I actually don't know. But you can move all this stuff and you can move everything around. So in that sense, it's, it's not bad. It's definitely not bad. Multi-monitor support's pretty good for FL. Okay, what does this project look like out of 10? Compared to, say, an Ableton project. If I make it look nice, there we go. Mixer channels. What is this project out of 10? That's what it'll be. 8? That's pretty high. I didn't expect an 8. It is pretty intuitive though. If you look at it, it's very clear what's happening. It's very easy. All right, we're going with 8. That's the rating. Which is not fair because it's higher than it should be because the average project doesn't look that good. Okay, functionality. FL does not link instrument tracks to mixer channels. That's correct. It also doesn't link any tracks to these tracks, but you can. So functionality of Ableton is really high. Functionality of FL though, just because of the inherent way it's coded, and this could be bias of me, I don't know. I think Studio One is way more powerful than a 7. I think it's at least as powerful as Ableton. Probably more powerful than Ableton. I think Bitwig is at least as powerful as Ableton. And I think that FL Studio is actually slightly more powerful than Ableton too. In different ways. If not the same. So let's just make it the same for safety purposes. Imagine if the X-Ass in FL were freeform too. Like you could put a pattern anywhere and just tag it for the time that it's supposed to trigger. That would be way too complicated. But they have that. It's called performance mode that I've never fucking used. But I'll show it to you guys. It's very confusing.
What is good, my guys and girls of YouTube? Go Polo, go to Per.
I don't trust that.
MIDI output and input field. tracks to methods, including mouse, MIDI keyboard, and
Yeah.
the typing keyboard. Here we have our project with several clips pre-selected. When the project is...
See how it's playing random shit at different times? Essentially, you can program your whole fucking thing and have it trigger at different times. Hey, Otto's back. Does that make sense, Future? I have no need to ever use this, so I have never done it, but we could set it up one day and try it, I guess.
stopped. Use the mute tool to unmute clips to select them, and mute them to deselect them. I'll select these three. A useful tip: select wait, then press play, and the performance mode won't start until you touch the clip or key on your controller. I'll also select the pencil tool, as the mute is only needed to select and deselect clips while stopped. You probably noticed these clips are staying.
No worries, love.
While the ARP is marching.
But yeah, you see, so you can actually... Anyways, you can actually do that. Yeah, this is only version 11. Version 20 is probably even crazier. This is like in 2012. They had
That's
this.
part of the per play. This track control.
It's literally 2012.
Right-click a track head.
They're like literally decades ahead of fucking Cubase, for example. Yeah. But no one really uses it because it's complicated and why you don't really need it. Okay, so here we go. Yeah. We could set this up. I should do this on a Saturday. I have no idea how it works, but we could set it up. For sure we could set it up. I could just make a bunch of loops and stuff. Anyways, yeah, it's powerful. So, on that sense, I mean, is it super efficient though? Not really. Maybe even less efficient than Ableton. Popularity is obviously high. Workflow, I think FL actually takes a hit here. Because some people can't handle it. But I think if you can handle the workflow, it's one of the best. And then plugins are extremely good. Maybe 8 point, I don't know. And then the meme value is fucking through the roof. Yeah. And then the actual monetary value is the highest. Because you get it forever. The only thing that could be argued is the functionality. I don't think it's on par with Studio One because of all the busing and stuff, but the workflow I think is the best. I think FL is the best workflow. That being said, it's not for everybody, right? It's very specific. So yeah, it's hard. There it is. And that's all you need to know. Reaper is the biggest meme and most powerful. The best since Audacity and worst. The worst was LMM, which is just not even worth mentioning. And then we went into the heavy hitters. Cubase, Pro Tools, Ableton, FL. From what I saw, Studio One, like if I had to rank them all, it's FL Studio, and Ableton. And then Studio One is probably up there too. And then Bitwig is just below with probably Reaper. I don't know. No one's using Reaper. With Cubase. I think these are the Holy Trinity. This is the Holy Trinity of bangers. Studio One is just not that big. It's just not that big yet. But I think Studio One, because it's in the same category, like, to me, FL Studio isn't even in the same category as these, just because the workflow is so different. So you're not really comparing the same tasks, because the way that FL works, you can't compare, oh, I can assign, you know, the way the routing works, you can't compare, oh, I can multiply these tracks and bus this and bus that. You know, because that's not really how FL works. Whereas these, they all work in a very similar way. So I think Studio One and Ableton are probably tied for the top, and then Bitwig and Cubase would be a close seconds. I would say this is specifically for bangers, specifically even electronic music production. Because the second you take out the fact that you need to use MIDI, you have to use MIDI. So if you need to use MIDI, you're not going to be using Pro Tools. It's not even in the cards. The second you start talking about audio file manipulation, things like that, Pro Tools can't be beat. It's the best at recording, absolutely. Yeah, exactly, Future. Which makes it niche, right? So let's highlight ones that do things that no one else can. Pro Tools' niche is recording. FL's is workflow. Purple. Ableton's was the live mode, right? That's why they got big. And then Cubase is just a different Pro Tools. It's Pro Tools with MIDI. Waveform, no one uses. Audacity, no one. Reaper just does everything, but no one can figure it out, so it's too complicated. Logic is only for people who use Macs, so why would you ever use it? And why would you ever use Logic over these ones? Right? Doesn't make sense. And then Studio One is kind of just a banger. Studio One is like Pro Tools meets Ableton meets Cubase. And then Bitwig is kind of like Diet Ableton, but I don't know. It's just not as developed yet. So I think Studio One we gotta figure out. I'll do Ableton week, and then we should do Studio One week. But I just know that the way that the MIDI and the routing and my smoothness on the workflow in FL that I've built over the years, I'm not gonna be able to cultivate that in a week of using a random linear DAW. I just know that for a fact. There's no way. So, and then Reaper month. Yeah, Reaper needs a year. Yeah. Yeah. Good stream, you guys. That was 5 hours. About FL Studio is kind of full featured. Well, the thing about FL is, and I think this is what really speaks volumes about the strength of certain DAWs, is in every video we watched, they were all like, just like you can't do this in FL, or you can't do this in FL. No one mentioned Ableton. Like, no one mentioned Ableton. They were all trying to take out FL, which is really interesting. I don't know why that is, but I probably... Yeah, because you can do it all in Ableton. That's true. I think it's just because you're going after a different category of DAW. Like they know they're not beating Ableton because they're in the same category, so they're trying to beat people in FL. Yeah, and I think Ableton also is winning a lot because, well, first of all, we can see it's one of the best DAWs, debatably the best all-around DAW, and a lot of people use it, so there's a lot of support, right? So if everyone's using it, more is going to be found out about it. So the average user will be better because there's more resources, it's more intuitive. That being said, some of these, like Bitwig wasn't that intuitive. There's some that just, why would you use these things for $400 when you could just be like, oh, everyone's using Ableton, all my friends use Ableton, all the packs and supports for Ableton, I'll just buy Ableton. It's a product of market share at that point. wonder what the most popular is, though. There you go. Ableton is FL's way lower now. 2015. Oh, that's yeah. Like, who uses Logic more? Maybe I'm just completely wrong. Best. Okay, well, this is not what I... These are all just English. I mean... Yeah, they want to collab with others, exactly. Yeah. There you go. Ableton and FL are... GUI can feel a little cloud, exactly. I would agree with that for sure. Oh, the plugin delay thing. I forgot about that too. Yeah. Logic Pro is still on the map for some reason. Cubase, yeah. Yeah, Studio One. It's literally 5 stars. There it is. Oh, I know what you're saying. Yeah, because it's non-traditional, they're not using. I think a big part of FL's problem is it started as the electronic music meme software. You downloaded it for free and you made trance or Eurodance, right? So people didn't really take it seriously. It's kind of like Persona Studio One right now. That's how I feel. Or Reaper right now. It's just not there. It wasn't there yet. Well, when it gets there, you know, I mean, you can use all the technical applications and stuff in FL, though. And that's what I think is interesting. But another thing I wish FL did is I wish it had more effect channels. Like, listen, we could write a list of things I wish they could do. Imagine if you had unlimited effect channels instead of having to add another. You should have unlimited mixer channels. What else? Being able to assign multiple mixer channel. Like, I don't think... Oh, maybe you can. I actually don't know. Okay, let's not do that many. Let's put on, I don't know, base 1. Yeah, it only does 1. So you'd have to do multiple. But can I do this? No. So if I was able to do multiple tracks at once, that'd be nice. What else? I know why they do that, though. It's because people just slap plugins on like crazy. Like, do you really need more than 10 effects channels? No. Well, yeah, Kyle entered a meeting, so now I can't leave the studio for... I messed up the timing. But I'm just about to wrap up. Finish up at 3. Anyways, I think we got to the bottom of it. I think that solved all the problems. Long story short, who can't? In FL, you can control unlimited numbers with one MIDI clip that I know of. And you can actually outsmart this too. So you can just make a layer, have like 10 synths, and then run it through one mixer channel. So you can actually bamboozle the limitations that are in FL because of the nature of the program. So whenever I'm like, oh, I wish I could do this, it's not, oh, I wish I could do this because I can't do this in the DAW. It's, oh, I wish I could do this because it would save me doing it this other roundabout way that's just more of a pain in the ass. You know? The DAW isn't actually limiting me of doing anything. Auto name clips tracks. It does, it's just messy. And you don't, the other thing too is if you streamline automation too much, then it no longer becomes a creative process, right? If the DOS takes you there too easily, then you kind of lose the creativity. How many times have I made mistakes on this and we're like, oh wait, that sounds sick, we have to use this now. The only problem with that file is when I open a project, some sensitively the first bar, and when I replay it's playing okay, but it's kind of, I mean, that's a pretty small problem. So instead of going like this, you have to push spacebar twice, basically. This doesn't even play. Group audio clips like you can with patterns would be dope. Yeah, you can't do that. Actually, yeah, you can. I'm pretty sure you can. If I go like this and group them. Oh, it doesn't merge them. But can't I nest them or whatever? Group. Yeah, you can group them. So yeah, you can. So then if I go like this, oh wait, what? Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, automation, the no-brainer stuff. FL's automation is fucking bullshit. Why can't I select in the automation and do cool automation stuff? That's it. So let me see. I want to see if they've changed it. FL Studio. Oh, merge? No, you can't merge them. You have to render them together. Yeah, the automation is the actual worst part about FL. So if I could go in here and then select multiple points, right? And then move them. Now there might be a way. Oh, there is actually. There's a whole bunch of stuff in here. Oh, you can smooth? Oh, that's really cool. Okay. These obviously all have hotkeys. Smooth up, create sequence. Oh, that's cool too. I haven't tried any of this stuff. What? Oh, this is insane. Okay. I don't know how this works. I've never used this in my life, but this is actually really cool. Oh, and then you can adjust the... Wow. That's really cool. Oh my god. Okay, so all those things I said you couldn't do, apparently you can. Looks like a shark. Yeah. Well, typically, see, to do this normally, though... Oh, and you can decay, slope, sustain, release. Yeah, this is insane. Okay, typically you do this in here. So you'd have your velocity curves, right? And then you just do it in here. Like, you don't need to... But that's actually really cool. I guess what they say is why don't you just clip it like this? So yeah, okay. So if you want to take a section of automation, in most DAWs you just copy the automation information, right? But in FL you can just copy the actual section of automation entirely, like this. And then here you would have, say, this. And this would be assigned to the same parameter, but it does different things. So I guess that makes sense. And then if you want to repeat this, you just drag this over like that. Hey Robin, how's it going? Ableton doesn't have those tools? Yeah. Because you can't separate the automation, right? There is a way too. So if we want to do linear production, so you can actually, I'm pretty sure track mode. Yeah, you can actually assign these to tracks. So we can go serum. I've never done this before, so I just don't like producing that way. Let's throw serum on here. Now it's a serum channel. Right? So you can merge automation clips. No. Because that's not how it routes. Yeah, now it's locked to the channel mixer. So if we put a bass in here, let's make our own meme demo track. Can you? So you can just do everything. You know, the FL power, the FL power rating is going to be going up pretty fucking high here if we keep going down this road. Because so far there hasn't been a thing we can think of that it can't do. So this is all, and I think we can assign, oh, we can't assign. Consolidate's really cool. You can merge pattern clips, but you can't merge. So if I do, say, if I'm producing this like I'm using a different DAW where it's linear, and I change this to, I don't know, whatever this is, I can also print this, so I can consolidate from track start. There we go, it just printed, right? So, and then I have my nest, the nested one, right? Like you would, a group, this is a group. And then you can consolidate again. I think you can also consolidate, oh, you can merge the pattern clips, so now it's all just one. What else can you do? Yeah, that's free. It's just freeze. It's just freeze. What else can you do? Let's see. Group. There's a way to group, but fast. Hang on, let's try this. Oh God. Right click. Oh, I thought there was a way to group multiple tracks. There is, I just don't use this shit enough. Time markers, obviously, select. You drag up. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, you can shift click to, that's cool. I don't like producing that way, so it doesn't really matter. But you can do it. The point is, you can do it. Which is wild. I don't know where it routes on here though. Oh, it just routes to the first channel. It automatically routes to the mixer too. Which is actually really cool. Lots of stuff, lots of stuff. Okay, gang. Thanks for watching. That was a chill day. We should have done this. This is more of a Friday conversation, I think. The DAW ratings and everything, but that's fine. Right click in G for multiple. Like this. Oh. Can I? Oh, you literally just hold G and then click. When you grow up, you want to be just like me. That's good. I'm glad I'm inspiring. Yeah, you just right click and pretty straightforward. Yeah, FL is actually really powerful, so there you go. So I'm actually going to increase the rating. 8.7. Because I don't know. Let's just give it a 9. But Ableton's got to be a 9. They got to be about the same. Because, I don't know. Whatever. I'm impressed, man. I didn't know half this shit, like, minutes ago. I love how the guy was like, yeah, you know, if you need to record in Ableton, it's so easy. You just push record and then hit the kick button. It's like, what were you fucking doing before, man? That's a weird review. You know? You didn't try that? So I don't know, something about it. I actually know a guy, I know Scott at ImageLine. I don't know if he would respond to my messages anymore, but I used to be sponsored by them or whatever. So, he might respond to my email if I actually ask him for anything. I was thinking of, we need to find something though to ask him about. So let's look at these final scores. FL is the best. Unobjectively. Femhouse Crowd are all about Ableton, yeah. It's just easy, right? It's an easy, accessible DAW. FL is not. Studio One should be rated higher. And honestly, putting popularity as a reason for why it's good is so stupid. Yeah. Like, really, popularity shouldn't even be part of it. Plugins is kind of... Why is this 8.5? Like, Ableton has good plugins. Yeah. Did I just say women need to eat at? No. Of course not. I said, what did I say before? I said that, FL is not intuitive at all. Imagine opening this, like the demo track is a fucking meme too. Where even is it? Oh my gosh, they have an EDM house. Here we go, we have a template. This isn't that. What? Yeah, this is confusing me. Right? Like, this is confusing. My mic is crazy. Yeah, it's right here. It's literally right here. Hello. Be careful. Protect your ears. And I'm not using a proper, like an SM or anything. It's just, yeah. Coming to you live from Studio City. You dare enter this castle? Proximity effect? Yeah. Oh, my neck, yeah. Yeah. No, I think, you know what, though, and we didn't discuss ease of use. I would probably, based on this, okay, Ableton's high. One is actually super sleeper. I wouldn't recommend FL to a beginner, though. I would recommend Ableton. And usually I tell people to get Ableton or try Ableton first to see if they like it. Because you boot up FL, you're like, you just start clicking, shit starts happening. You know, it's very confusing. But once you get a handle on it, then it's... off you go. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-oh. Here we go.
Drag and drop.
Whoa!
If I want to
What was that? Oh my god, the chips. Oh my god.
The drag and drop.
Whoa!
If I want to
what was that?
As I want in the drag and drop.
Whoa!
If I want to
what was that? Okay, for real, that's really cool that you can copy over to all. I wish FL had that. That's one thing that